Hey guys, Sarah here. So I am back with another city update. It's been about a week, so I'm going to take you through what's kind of happened this past week. It's a bit of a mess, and you'll just see. It's city building is challenging. Like, you think you got it, and then you don't, and you try something new, and like you look good in your head, but it just like looked bad when you did it. So that's kind of like what this week has been. A little frustrating, but I think we're onto something. I think we're somewhere in a good place. And I just wanted to show you the latest modular that I built, and you'll see it in the city too. And I really love the police station. It's another one of those I didn't think I'd have that much fun building, but I really did. And if you guys want me to review it, it's so late now, you can leave a comment, but you know, I love to watch the designer videos whenever I go to build a modular. I love what the designers come up with. I love hearing their stories of why they did what they did. So I always recommend that, you know, it's usually pretty quick videos, but they're so cool. And this set is filled with fun details. And there are a lot of fun building techniques that were not challenging, but really cool, like the way they did the staircase. I thought that was really neat. You don't think it's gonna work, and then all of a sudden it does, and you're like, whoa. And then, you know, I love this. I love this reference here to the brick bank money laundering. So even though you'll see where it is in the city, I think I wanna see if I can maybe get it next to the brick bank. What do you guys think? But you'll see where I have it in the city, it really shows this off nicely. So of course you guys know that the newsstand guy is probably this donut thief who's trying to get his business going for his newspapers, and then of course he probably wants to feed himself, and he actually lives above the donut shop, and inside the donut shop his bed flips up, and he can reach down into this cool donut shop here and grab the donuts. I love all the pastry goods that are on display. It's so awesome. And then over here, there's just fun details with bathrooms and like an evidence room and cool detailing on the roofs. What else can I say? Oh, my son noticed how they use the Minecraft Lego wolf heads here, like upside down and unpainted. That was kind of neat for like a new element. And there is one more play feature that if you guys really want me to like do a review on it, I can. But if you notice in the back, okay, there's a hole right there. So a portion of the inside lifts up, and there's like the person who is arrested can actually use like a little spoon to dig out of his jail cell. So lots of cool things. The shrubs are cool. Remember these from the skating rink promo. These totally are the gears, and they make a cute tree. But that's really it. So I just wanted to show you guys that we have another modular finally, and we're gonna add to the city. So let's go take a look at what's going on over in the city. All right, everyone. So here we go again. So Mr. Bins and Bricks came home, and we took a few minutes to walk around the city and kind of discuss sort of the layout and what's going on, and we made a few decisions. So for now, the Daily Bugle will sit there, but kind of things are going to change. So that's what's going to be a little bit different. I have been actually wanting to switch the orientation of this table, like I mentioned earlier. So here it is going the long ways, and I'd like to switch it around, but I also want to switch out the table for where the city is, because what I don't love is the slanted wall and the shadows that the city casts against the wall. Not to mention it's extremely hard to walk around the city in that back portion. So we've kind of just been storing up more Disney castles and boxes back there. So what we're gonna do now, while he changes into his play clothes, we are going to switch the orientation of the table and the location. So we're gonna have a whole different layout. And that will actually be in our next video, because that's just gonna be way too much for this video. Another suggestion that he made before we really decide where the Daily Bugle is going to have its final spot is to build the 3 remaining modulars that we have, which is the police station, which as you can see, I do have started. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So I have that here and it started. We're gonna finish that up. You can see I've removed roads and I've collected all the base plates, but we also have the Grand Emporium and the Town Hall. Not to mention I have a special modular coming in the mail this week that I'm really excited about. So he suggested that until we have all the key buildings built, we should kind of just let it sit in the city for a while and sort of just get used to where it is. So I think if we get the other ones built, it will, before we decide on yet another layout and then have to move it to accommodate those buildings, we should have those built and ready to get into the city too. So we'll start by moving the table around, and that will give us some more ideas to knock around with before we get another layout sort of finalized. So definitely watch for the next update video, because it will be a whole new layout from here on. All right, friends, so as you can see, we've done a huge shifting of tables. It's not absolutely complete yet, but we've moved over the block of 6 tables that we had over here to now over here, and then the table is behind me, and we'll shift it over to the other side in just a little bit. As you can see in the video, we tried out a long table shape and decided that was not going to work. We're going to stick with this sort of rectangular shape for the moment. Unfortunately, the new Lindman table sizes from IKEA are not as city friendly as the others Lindman table sizes were, and those just aren't available anymore. So we're going to kind of have to work with what we've got until we figure out something different. So what we need to do now basically is move all of the city buildings from our table over here. We need to get the police station, the Emporium, and the Town Hall built so that we can get them into the city to help with the city planning a little better than we are right now. So next step is to move the buildings off of this table so that we can actually swing the table around to where you can see my backlog is over there, and we just have a ton of sets that still need to be built for the city, which is part of our problem with placing buildings in the city, as we know that it's going to change again once we get the modulars in place, because the visions that I have in my head don't always look the same when the building actually gets to the city layout. So let's see how this works for us, and we'll be back with an update. Hey everyone, Sarah here. So it's been about a week since we made the big move with the table. So if you remember, the table was over there, and then we moved it over here so that we could move the city over here. Oh no, that's wrong. The table was over here. The city was over there. And we moved the table here so we could move the city over here. And, you know, this was a huge move. And like I mentioned, I did it because I did not like the shadows that were being cast on that wall. And I also didn't like that this portion of the city here, where you've got the Ghostbusters and my mock and these things, they just didn't get a lot of love because they were kind of up close to the wall. So I never wanted to walk around there. It's very difficult to get all the way around. But now I'll be able to really make the city awesome at all angles and film it at all angles. So that was a good move, for sure. However, when we moved it, we didn't just shift it straight over. We shifted it and turned it. So the long ways of the rectangle went that way, not this way. And that just created so many problems for me. I almost gave up on city building because of these problems, because I felt like no matter what I did, no matter what scenario I tried to push these modulars in, I honestly thought I was going to have a toddler tantrum meltdown because I was like, I can't do this. I'm not a city builder. Nothing I come up with is good. So thank God for Mills. This is not an infomercial for Mills plates, but it's so easy to move things around. You can pick up a modular with one hand. You can slide them. I mean, it's just so great. So basically, my husband's like, well, maybe we should just turn it back again. So he went and he took all the modulars off and he shifted all the tables around. And because these are the tiny new IKEA Lindman tables, they all had to be leveled again. So it was a huge dramatic scenario going on in here. And basically, I put this in the same layout as I had before. So almost nothing changed about the layout. And kind of some more updates. So as you can see, the city is just a mess. We have definitely not accomplished all the things we'd like to accomplish this week, but I did build and place the police station modular right here next to the Daily Bugle. If you notice from our from the last time when the table was over there, the Daily Bugle was back by the headquarters. And while I really liked that, I also wanted to have it sort of in the middle of the action. And actually the police station modular does a really nice job beside it because of the alleyway. It actually lets you see the soap suds laundry cleaning sign really nicely, just due to the size and the location. I really like that. And the little alleyway by the newspaper stand really works well from the Daily Bugle. And it also works well next to the garage too, because of that alleyway. So I think I like this setup for now. Now, as I mentioned, we are working on building the Grand Emporium, and then we'll crack open the Town Hall. As you can see, we have done bags 1 and bags 2, and all those bags that included in 1 and 2. And we have this one ready. Now, that is not the final spot. Actually, it's actually sitting on, I think it's sitting on another base plate. Is there one under? Yeah. So, I don't know. So, see? Nose plate. See what you can do? Not an infomercial, but it's awesome. It makes moving the city around very easy. So I'm not quite sure where we're going to put this corner building, but we don't need it on top of. There we go. So we have that one done. The town hall is actually going to go right next to the fire station. So I like that a whole bunch. And then I do have that super special modular that will not be ready to go into the city just yet, because I'm working on doing a Mills plate for it. Oh, where is it? So I just made it. I need to transfer it over, and then we'll get going on that. I was giving it a little dust. This does not work as well as I had hoped, but it worked. It will work a little bit as I take it apart and transfer it to Mills. I think it will be okay. So that's kind of where we are with the update of the city. I do have tons of material now to turn all of these into official. Well, I won't use these, but I can replace them with awesome Mills roads. And what else? What else is happening? Well, we're headed to Maine actually next week. So we were trying to decide what we could do for the city while we're up there. So I started going through our backlog, and we actually have a garage that we want to do the alt build of the pub. We have another garage, which we're thinking about doing the alt build of the pharmacy. And there's also a diner or a cafe I noticed has popped up on Rebrickable. And we have the Assembly Square that we want to do the inverted alt build for the music club. So we figured we could take those with us, do that, and then we'll have, maybe we could even put the music club in here, or we could put the music club, we could remove the park there and put the music club next to Assembly Square, and maybe even move the park over into this area. As you remember, this is the mock I recently made, but I don't love it here. So we could actually put a park here, or put a park behind the Daily Bugle if we fix up the sidewalk. I don't like this look here with the cracked cement and the trash and things like that. And then we're also need to figure out what to do with our little arcade mock, which is not done. That's gonna be rebuilt very soon, hopefully. So that is our latest city update, and this is a messy city update. I guess that's what we should call it, the messy city update, because as you can see, we have base plates everywhere. We're actually missing, we have the modular, where is that? Oh, the Palace Cinema is over there because I was doing a video about the advantages and disadvantages of Mills plates. And then, gosh, just everything is out and about. So generally when I do an update, I like to show you guys like a pretty city, but now you're getting like the in the middle of it city update. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what you love to see in the city, and I can't wait to show you what happens next week. Bye for now.